Morning everyone. Today is such an exciting day for me. I am finally going to a horse show. It has been 3.5 months since I broke my leg. I broke it on the 25th of May at an event. Unfortunately, we'd done a lovely dressage test. We'd done a lovely clear round in the show jumping, and unfortunately I got kicked by another horse as I was going into my cross-country round and fractured my tibia. And it's been some journey. It's gone so slowly, as you can imagine. Like, horse riding is my life. I love to do it as much as I can. 5 times a week I ride Holly, and it's been horrible. And not being able to look after her for 8 weeks was horrible. I did come and visit her once a week if I could, but it was horrible. And then gradually I was able to come and see her and look after her with help from my partner and my family. And now, like, it's been absolutely brilliant. I've been able to look after her and see her every day, and I've been riding her. So August the 1st I had my cast off, and then I started to get on her, ride her a little bit. She then had some problems with her mouth. Her lips swelled up, so I couldn't ride her for a while. And then I managed to get back on her after a couple of weeks and do some more walking hacks and things. And then it was only at the end of August when the doctor said, your fracture's healed beautifully. And I was like, am I okay to ride? Obviously I didn't tell her I'd ridden, but she said, yeah, you can ride your horse, you can drive, you can do this, you can do that. So ever since then I've been trotting, cantering, and just building up my own strength, building up Holly's fitness, because she was ridden a little bit while I had a broken leg. Like, she went to a dressage show 3 times, June and July, but apart from that she wasn't really ridden very much, probably on average once a week. So it's just about getting her fitness back. So anyway, today we're going to our local venue, which is about 45 minutes away. I go there all the time at Morton. We're just doing the unaffiliated today, and we're just doing intros. I haven't done an intro for a year, but because of my leg and things, I just need to make sure my leg's going to be able to cope and driving the horse box there, walking around the showground, tacking her up, riding her, being on her back for a while, just see how it goes. I'm not expecting miracles. My legs isn't as strong as it was. Holly's not as strong as she was, so I don't expect her to go as well as she was before I broke my leg, but we'll see. She might decide today's the day she wants to be a dancing pony. But no, I'm really excited. I'm so happy that I can finally do it. And yeah, I'm gonna go see her now. My lovely friends brought her in and fed her this morning. I'm going to see how dirty she is. I might wash her legs. It's not the nicest day. Mind you, it has stopped raining now and the sun is starting to break through. So yeah, I might wash her legs and tail, and then we'll plait her up, get the horse box ready and get going. I'm so excited. And my team's going today. Like, there is Quest team dressage today, and I said, guys, I'm not going to ride for the team today because I just want to see how my leg is. If everything goes to plan and everything's okay, then next week we can go and do the Quest team dressage is the plan. So yeah, I'm so excited. I'm gonna go see Holly now. Holly Bobs, hey Holly, you excited? You're going to dressage? You eating your hay? Ah, girl, eating all hay that she's chucked all over the floor as always. Right, look at the state of you. Loose hairs, yeah, quite dirty legs. A bit dirty at the top. We won't go mad, Holly, but we need to, oh, that's not very ladylike, but we need to make you look a bit more dressage pony. Okay guys, so she's had a little wash of her legs, so they're looking much better. They'll look even whiter when she's dry. And her bum had a little bit of a stain there. Her tail's had a little wash. I haven't gone mad because obviously it's unaffiliated and we're only doing intro. But yeah, so we're going to do this mane. Luckily I washed her last week. Look how white her mane is still. And it's grown finally. Just before we have to put neck rugs back on. But yeah, she's been very quiet today. I've plaited her full already. But I'm going to plait this mane that I pulled last week. And yeah, I'll show you after how smart my girl looks. Ready, Holly? Good girl. Not my finest work, but they are in. Don't judge me. Good girl. Who's coming? But yeah, really happy with that. Now for the tail. Can't believe I'm at a show on Holly again, 3.5 months in. And we're actually on, we're tacked up, we're ready. She looks half decent anyway. So yeah, we're gonna go warm up and have some fun hopefully. Aren't we, Holly? You ready for it? Right, let's go. Hello, so I thought I would voice over this test. This is intro 4. I've never actually done this test before. It's a brand new test brought out last year in June, so I've never done this one. I quite like it. It's a nice test. So proceed down centre line without halting, C track left, she got a 7. Then at E, turn left, and B, turn right, another 7. So she looks nice, she's in a nice rhythm. So, you know, I was really pleased with that. It's just trying to get used to the size of the arena again. It was the moves come up quick. So that was our first sort of bad mark there. The give and retake inside rein between F and A. We got a 6, needs clear something of contact. Then we do the loop between K and H, 5 meters away from the track. I thought that was really nicely positioned. She got a 7. Then this is when we get our highest mark, so between C and M, transition to medium walk, 1 horse's length, proceed in working trot, she got an 8. Then B, it is turn right, E, turn left, she got a 7. So again, looking really nice, tracking up nicely. Between K and A, give and retake the inside rein, again, just a 6. With the inverted commas, for the same comment as before, so it needs to be clearer. Between F and M, 1 loop 5 meters away from the track. Again, I thought really well positioned on the 3/4 line there. She got a 7 again. Between C and H, transition to medium walk, 1 horse's length. She got a 7. So you can see not quite as fluent as last time there. At E, proceed working trot, and then at E, transition to medium walk, and then half circle left 10 meters diameter to X, which she got a 7. Quite a nice walk actually, looking back at it, and really well positioned, I think. And then at X, half circle right 10 meters diameter to B, again she got another 7. And then we've got the free walk, so half circle right 20 meters diameter to E, and a free walk on a long rein. The judge, I thought, was quite generous here. She gave me a 7.5. It's not too bad, this free walk. Holly has done worse. Again, she has done better, but she's got some really nice over tracking steps there, and she does bring her head down nicely. The next move is E to M, change the rein in a free walk on a long rein, M medium walk, which she got a 7, and the comment is unsteady head at times. So yeah, completely agree there. And then it's C in a moment, transition to working trot, and then serpentine, 3 loops, each loop to go to the side of the arena, finishing at A on the left rein. So we got a 6, which, you know, is not a great mark, but I completely agree. I kind of thought I had started it well, and then yeah, the markers just come up really quickly, and I was like, oh, this is not a good loop. Now I'm not going to have much room for my last loop. So yeah, really not well positioned at all. So 6 is, you know, a very fair mark. At home, our arena is 35 by 60, so I just need to gauge the size again. You know, I haven't done dressage for a few months, but we'll get there. And then at F, across the diagonal, X turned down the centre line, she got a 7. Then between X and G, transition to medium walk, and then G, halt in mobility, salute, of which she got a 7. So really nice halt. So yeah, very, very pleased with her for our first test back. She looks stunning, love her.
Is that good or not good?
That was not her best work. I forgot how, the markers come up so quickly. She was just a bit lazy, she wasn't
the forward of my leg very well, like normal. So, but it was nice to go in and do it. I don't think we're going to score really high, but maybe in the next test she'll come out and be a bit more forward and a bit better. I'll give her a break and then yeah, see how she does. See how we go. But yeah, good girl. She went in and she behaved herself, so that's the main thing.
Okay, so another voiceover time. This is intro 1. So this is our second test of the day. I actually wished we could have done this one first, because obviously intro 1 is the easier of the two. But never mind, we move. So we go up the centre line. She actually gives me an 8 for this. So straight centre line and active. I think she was a bit generous there. Holly was a bit on 3 tracks, if you ask me, but I'll take it. 8 for that. At B, we've got the circle right, 20 metres diameter. Again, I think she was quite, well, generous, I guess, 7.5. Holly was actually quite lazy at the first half of this test. As you can see, keep nudging her on. She's just not in front of my leg as much as I want. She did wake up nearer the end of the test. She's making a nice shape, so, you know, she did really well. Then we got the transition to walk 1 horse's length and proceed working trot. And then FAKE, working trot. Again, got a 7.5, an active trot. Then at E, we've got half circle right 10 metres diameter to X. And then at X, half circle left 10 metres diameter to B. We got a 7 with a comment of slightly overshot X, but well tried. And then between B and M, transition to walk 1 horse's length and proceed in working trot. And then MCHE, working trot, which she got a 7.5. And it says pleasing transition. And then at E, we do the circle on the left, 20 metres diameter. She'd really woken up by this point. It was more in front of my leg. So it was a lot easier for me to sort of sit back and ride. Again, a little bit generous. I think she gave me a 7.5. Again, Holly looks really nice. She's in a nice rhythm, nice shape. I'd say she's a little bit heady there, but you know, she was obedient. Now we've got transition to medium walk between K and A. Walk has always been Holly's sort of worst gait, but she gave me a 7.5. Fluent to walk, which yeah, she was. I agree. So this is where the free walk lets me down a bit. So FXH, change the rein in a free walk on a long rein, worth double marks, but we only scored a 6.5. So could show a little more stretch. So yeah, she's got nice steps there, but she's not stretching down and forward. So it's something we're really going to work on. She used to be really good at her free walks, and they have kind of gone downhill. So it's certainly something I'm going to keep working on. So at H, medium walk. C, circle right 20 metres diameter. And between X and C, transition to working trot. So again, it's just her walk. As I was going away from the judges, I tried to give her a few more sort of half holds. She does that with her walk. She tends to bring her neck right down to try and evade me, and then she'll bring it up and then it will come down. But she does do a nice walk, like the paces are nice. It's just the head carriage. But again, it was a nicely positioned circle. The judge gave me 7.5, so that was good. And then the next move is MXK, change the rein in working trot, which she gave me a 7.5. As you can see, Holly's flick of her tail here, she got a fly at this point. So she was just not a happy girl. Kept flicking her tail till the end of the test. And then A, turn down the centre line. X, transition to medium walk. She got a 7 with quarters slightly swinging to right along centre line, but straight. Again, completely agree. I don't know if this is me and my leg today. But yeah, she was a little bit on 3 tracks there. And then for the halt, she got a 7. So yeah, very happy with that. And I'll put up the collectives.
God, we just finished our second test, which went amazing. She was so good. The first test, as you got the result, it was 68.85, which I was so happy with. And we come second, and I think there was like 10 or 11 in it. 10, I think, maybe. Yeah, I think the second one's got 12 in it. I'm gonna 10 in it. So we come second. So really pleased to get that score, because to me, like, it was a nice test, but we could have done better. So the scores are really fair. We even got 1.8 and a 7.5 in there. And yeah, so we're just waiting for the score for the second. So I'm going to get her untacked, get her plats out, and then yeah, go see. But I'm so happy with her today. We had such a great day. So next week we'll definitely be riding for the team. She's been cantering beautifully in the warm-up, so we're ready for a walk trot canter test next time and get back to it. So yeah, maybe work up to novice by the end of the year perhaps. And yeah, just so pleased. Well done, Holly. Oh, Holly, go home now. Superstar girlie. Have your hay. See you back at base, darling. There we go. There's the superstar.
Guys, please excuse the state of me. I'm very like sweaty after riding today and dirty, and I need to get home and have a bath. But anyway, we have just got back to the yard. Holly was an absolute superstar today. I couldn't have asked for any more from her. Like, I was a bit worried about my leg, like anxious about driving the van, and you know, seeing how my leg would hold up. It held up really well, and Holly was just such a dream. She was so well behaved, and her warm-up, she warmed up really quickly and was like soft. I did find her a little bit lazy today. Like, I find when she goes into an arena and she knows she's doing dressage, she does go a bit behind the leg, whereas when I'm out eventing and we're out in the grass arena, she's like, wow, where's the jumps, and she's a completely different horse to ride. But she was so good. She was really, really good. I think that's the only thing I would say to her today. Please just be a bit more in front of my leg. Like the warm-up, I was trying loads of transitions to get her to wake up a bit, and she warmed up beautifully. And I mean, her canters in the warm-up were gorgeous, really, really gorgeous. So next week we're definitely doing the quest with my team at Kingston Moorwood, so I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully we'll get some really good results again. But yeah guys, my second test, I don't know if I told you or if I put it on here, but it's 71.82%, like buzzing. She was amazing. She was so good. Like I said, and you've probably seen it from the video, she was just a little bit behind my leg to begin with. So it's just pushing and pushing, which is quite hard when you've got half a broken leg. But no, she was amazing. To think we've only been trotting and cantering since the 29th of August, because that's when the doctor said, right, you can ride your horse now. Obviously I'd ridden her before that, since August the 1st, but just in walk a few times, because I couldn't trot. I did try to trot and I couldn't do it. So yeah, to just be, you know, getting back into schooling, trotting and cantering for the last 2 weeks, to go out and pull those scores out the bag, 2 second places out of, I wouldn't say they were large classes, but out of 12 and 10, like, I'll take that. She was amazing. She was so good. Like, today couldn't have gone any better. Like, I thought she would do okay, but I didn't know she would do this well. You know, I wasn't expecting over 70% in my test. So yeah, just really pleased with her. And look forward to doing more work this week with her. I do need to jump her at some point, as I'd love to go eventing next month. So that is on the cards, hopefully. I'm going to step her down to an 80, just because of my confidence at the moment. I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to fall off. I don't want to break my leg again. So I might do an 80. I'm not 100% sure yet, but we'll see. I need to jump her first and just see how my leg feels. And I need to get entered pretty soon if I'm going to do that, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, she's becoming a fidget in the box. She knows we're home, so I'm going to unload her, put her out, do a stable, and go straight home, have a nice bath, and yeah, just so happy with today. Really happy. So thanks guys, thank you for watching my channel, and I will be back in the next video. Thanks, bye.